I've got my neck pocket fitting nice and snug with a neck. And so what I can do now is line up the holes for the bolts. Now, I'm going to actually use some of these bushings to not have the metal plate on the back. But to give me some flexibility, I'm actually going to put the bushings in the same spacing just in case I mess up. So what I can do now is take the neck plate, put it down here, make sure it's centered up, line up the holes, and then drill them through. And then once I have the holes through the other side, I can actually go ahead, flip the body over, and then figure out how to drill the bushing holes to the proper depth. The holes for Strat style bolt-on are 3/16 for the body and 1/8 for the neck. And so I'll start with the 3/16 hole. I'm not too worried about blowout, but I'm still going to put another board here just in case, as you know, we're getting pretty close to having a completely fabricated body, and certainly I wouldn't want to have some really nasty blowouts at this point of the build. Four nice clean holes. The diameter of these bushings is just under 5/8 of an inch. And so I use a 5/8 Forstner bit so that they'll slide in easily. In terms of depth, they're about 3/16 of an inch. I'm bringing it up closer here. It's a shallow hole, but it's not nearly as precise as the fret markers were. And so I'll drill out these holes and then we'll see what we've got. There you go, just about perfect. It looks like the hole is maybe a fraction of a millimeter too small, but I still have to go through and do the finish sanding on the top here. And so I've got no doubt it's going to be just as perfect as it needs to be. There you go, 4 nice holes for the bushings. Because my neck pocket is so snug with the neck, I'm going to put it in here, then flip it over, put the bushings in, then put the screws in, and just tap them lightly. This way I can mark the 4 holes for the neck where it needs to be drilled, and then I can use a 1/8 drill bit to make sure that I go in far enough so that there's plenty of pilot hole so that I don't strip the screws or don't crack the neck in any way. I've got my 4 screws in, and now I can just take a real light tap with my fretting hammer so that when I tap these screws down, it'll leave a little dot for me to drill out on the neck. And there you can see my 4 holes. So I can drill those out now, and I should be able to have a perfectly aligned set of holes for my neck screws. I have an 1/8 inch drill bit in my hand drill, and I want to use my hand drill because I want to make sure that I don't go through the fretboard. One thing about the drill press that can always be a little bit difficult is knowing exactly how far down you've gone. At least in this case, I have really good opportunity to go slowly and evaluate where I am to make sure I don't drill through the other side. The way I have the drill bit set up is you almost have to go completely down to the chuck here to drill through the other side. So I should have a pretty good visual indicator. Next step's carving the neck.